Alright, so welcome to the next video clip dealing with rescue exercise number 3, which is the response from shore, boat, or dock for a responsive diver. This is my favorite exercise out of the rescue ones because I get to take exercise number 1 and number 2 that we just covered and create little scenarios for my students as to how they're going to approach a person in the water. What you want to do here is first teach them a few things. So you're going to teach them how to do some non-swimming assists. That includes reaches, extensions, and throws. So when I prepare for this, I'm going to find that to maybe have a boat hook, something maybe not as long as this one, but I can use that to reach the diver. And I don't have to go in the water. I can do a throw, so throw something in the water. And I'm going to demonstrate a throw to you to give you some pointers on how you might explain and have your students practice that with ease. Okay. And then we're going to do some water entries, and the point of this is to enter the water while still maintaining eye contact on the victim. So for that, you basically want to teach your students that they're going to enter with bare minimum. There's going to be mask, fins, and snorkel, and then some kind of flotation device. So I would recommend that you have some kind of proper float to have with you, but you also want to teach your students that they can improvise. An inflated BCD is a flotation device. So if I was to enter here, I could enter, grab my fins, mask, and snorkel. I have a float. I enter the water without losing eye contact with the person, and then I approach them, hand them the flotation device, and now I can have them be recovered that way. So then you're doing those swimming assists with and without flotation devices. You will also do some repeat of the toes that you did in exercise number 1 as well. You can even, or you should, teach them a situation where they have to deal with 2 divers that are having problems. So if buddy pair surfaces and have issues, so how do you deal with that? Again, enter the water, mask, fins, and snorkel, flotation device, work it out. And then you finish up this exercise with exits with a responsive diver who need assistance. So this is not about carrying them out of the water as we do in exercise number 8. This is assisting them out of the water. So you teach these elements, give them a chance to practice, and then the fun starts. Now you divide your rescue students up into pairs. You whisper to the person playing the victim, are they going to be a tired person? Are they going to be a panicked person? And then you tell the rescuer to use whatever approach they want from shore to lend assistance. Whether that's going to be a reaching, a throwing, or a swimming assist is up to them to decide after they evaluate the situation. And so this is really nice. You can really mix it up. You might also include in the scenario that you're going to attempt a reaching exit, but there is no pole around. You have to think of something else. So you create these scenarios. So when you do this, one area that sometimes your students might struggle with is the throwing exercise. Okay, so the first thing, I just want to give you a couple of tips on the throwing approach. So I have, in this case, a life ring I'm going to throw. And it doesn't really matter what you have. You have a piece of rope and then something that adds a bit of weight. Maybe it's a throw bag, maybe it's an object like this, or attach a BCD. What you want to do is make sure that the line is not tangled to begin with. And then a little tip is wherever the end of the line is, again, make sure it's not tangled up. And this end, you can either teach that the students are standing on it or just make sure that they hold on to it separately. Secondly, when you're about to throw the object, what most people do is they aim to the victim. And that way, most of the time you end up throwing short and they're not going to reach it. So train your students to throw over and above the victim. So I've got my line, I've got my float, I see the victim, but I'm going to look beyond and see something further away, and I'm going to aim for that. So Michael, catch this. Go way over the top, because now, as I pull the line in, it will come to him. If I threw it short, I'm going to have to pull it in quickly and then throw it back out. And once I'm at this position, keep holding on to it. Michael, you're doing great. Hold on to it, hold on to it. Don't let go, don't let go. You're doing awesome. Okay, as I come to the close to the side here, now inflate your BCD and I'll get you out of the water. And so now we can mix and match in this exercise. All right, Another one of the approaches you can do is the reaching one. So this is a situation where you're on a dock or on the back of a boat or something like that, and the diver is just close enough where you could almost grab them. So if Michael was closer to me, this was a dock, I could get down here to give myself some stability and then reach out and grab him. However, if he's a bit further away, as he is here, or if I'm a smaller victim and I'm a bit worried about the size difference with the person I'm going to rescue, and maybe I'm afraid they're going to pull me in, I can use a pole, a stick, something like a boat hook, and that way I can reach out. This way, if I get scared, I can let go of this, but ultimately Michael can now hold on to it, and I can pull in, making sure I'm nicely braced in here. All right. So this is again, we're showing these skills in the swimming pool, and we recommend that you do that with your rescue classes as well. And again, remember, you're going to repeat all this in open water. But being in the pool lets you show many different techniques that the students can then apply in open water.